Hi everyone, I'm Loida. Welcome to my channel. If this is the first video you are watching, I definitely encourage you to subscribe. I post a lot of great content, especially for brand new agents and even veteran agents out there that are just looking for a little bit more motivation and tips to succeed in their business. If you guys have anyone that's looking to buy or sell or move into or out of California, definitely send me an email. I'll put the information right here and I'll be more than glad to take care of them and send you a referral fee. So obviously you saw the title of this video and it's probably going to be a long one, so I suggest that you get your popcorn, maybe a soda or a drink, and sit back and just listen to me, because I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to relate to a lot of the things that I'm about to say. So I started my channel about 2.5 years ago, and one of the very first videos that I posted was about me making a transition from marketing into real estate. So I kind of wanted to share with you guys what I did before I got into real estate, so you can kind of see the whole transition and how I have grown as an individual and how that has helped me in real estate. So I graduated college with a degree in marketing management. When I first started college, I actually went in as a sociology major because I thought to myself, you know, I want to work in a career where I can get to help people. And I don't know why, but I figured sociology was the way to go. It wasn't until my sophomore year of college that I had never had a job and I wanted to get a job that summer. So where I used to live, my neighbor, her daughter owned a marketing company. We were very close, so I had told her how I was looking for a part-time job, and she told me, oh, you know what, let me talk to my daughter and see if she's hiring, and then I'll let you know. So I figured, okay, sure, let me give you my resume. I've been more than happy to. Right now, I just want a job. So sure enough, she got me an interview. I went in, and at that point I had no idea what the marketing field was or what I would be doing. I just know that this lady had gotten me in, and this was probably going to be a done deal because I was referred by the mother of the owner. So this marketing company did the promotions for a very large and well-known international soda. What they were hiring for was actually the street team, the promotions team. So as I was sitting in the interview, they told me about what the job actually entailed, and it was myself along with 5 other team members. We would pretty much just go to events, whether high school, colleges, festivals, sporting events, whatever it was, and we had to talk to people about the soda that we were promoting and give away free drinks. At this point, I was maybe 19 or 20, I can't remember. But this was an awesome job because I wasn't behind a desk, I wasn't working at a fast food or a retail location, and I actually got to go to events and meet famous people and give away free drinks, and it didn't feel like a job. Again, keep in mind, at this point I was still a sociology major. After like my first 2 or 3 months, I realized, wow, you know, I really like what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm promoting a product to consumers that know nothing about it, and they're having an amazing experience because I am sharing with them the benefits of my soda versus the competing brand. Now I'm gonna go back a little bit. Growing up, I was a very shy person. I was an introvert. I hated public speaking. I never liked to raise my hand, and if I was ever put on the spot, I felt like I was gonna have an attack because I wanted to cry and oh my gosh, why am I on the spot and things like that. I'm sure that many of you can relate. Obviously now, me doing YouTube videos, it's like a completely different person, and I'm sure that if you ask any people growing up with me, they would be equally shocked at what I'm doing now and how I'm pretty much kind of big on social media, especially on YouTube, posting videos every single week. When I started this marketing job, it was something completely different for me. I actually had to talk to people, and I had to talk to strangers, which was something that back then was the last thing I wanted to do. So as I saw the effect that I was having on people and they were actually purchasing the products that I was promoting, I started to look more into marketing, advertising, and promotions, and it's something that I fell in love with. And that's when my second year at the end, I decided to make the switch from sociology to marketing. I worked for that marketing company with that soda brand for about 4 years. After that, I was hired for an automotive marketing company doing the same thing for promoting car brands, very large, well-known car brands such as Toyota, Kia, Lincoln, and I was pretty much traveling all over the country doing ride-and drives. This was pretty much the best gig of my life back then because I was in my early 20s. I got to travel pretty much 100% of the time, all year. The way that my schedule worked is that I would be gone for 2 weeks, come home for a week, gone for 2 weeks, come home for 2 weeks, and that's pretty much what it was. I was living out of a suitcase from hotel to hotel, traveling all over the country. I met some amazing people, and when you're in your early 20s, you're not married and you don't have kids, and your flights and everything is paid for, you know, this is like the way that celebrities pretty much live. So I'm very blessed that I had that opportunity because I got to travel to so many places that I would otherwise not have been able to if that opportunity hadn't come up. So I did that for 3 years, and that was until the end of like 2013. And it got to the point that, you know, I love to travel, but I was pretty much tired of it, to be honest. And you're probably thinking like, how can you be tired of traveling? But it's pretty draining when you're never home. You can never plan anything with your friends or your family. And I just wanted to have that stable job where I could go home, I could make plans with my friends. I didn't have to be getting those texts like, hey Loida, what part of the world are you in now, type of thing. So it was, I believe, the end of 2013, early 2014, that I was actually at an auto show for this automotive company, and a recruiter from a very large, well-known nutrition company reached out to me. They told me they had a project manager position in downtown LA. For those of you that don't know, I am from Los Angeles and I lived maybe like 10 minutes away from downtown. So this opportunity was the one that I've been pretty much seeking and wanting. I wanted that corporate job with the office and full-time 9-to-5 type of thing. So I got back from that auto show that I was working. I went on the interview, I nailed it, and I got that job. Back then, just so you know, real estate was not even on my mind. So 2014, I got that pretty much corporate job in downtown LA. I made great money. I was paid hourly. I was hired as a consultant, independent contractor. So it was pretty much project based. And that's how I've been working most of my life, project based. And I loved it because the rates were usually much higher than, let's say, if I were a full-time employee. So in this corporate job, I was there for about 4 months. That's how long the project was. And I can tell you that I hated it. You know, I was getting paid really good, but my mind, I felt like I was losing my mind. I wasn't being productive in the sense that I would always be waiting for my boss to send me work. And that's when I realized that saying that, you know, when you love what you do, you don't care how much you get paid. And I remember sitting in my cubicle, because that's what it was, and I was thinking to myself like, man, I'm making all this money, but I hate it here. The environment is so negative. The person that sat next to me had the worst attitude ever. I didn't really have any friends there. And then I'm sure you guys know, wherever it is at a workplace, there's the cliques going on. So I never got to meet people like individually or become friends. So it was pretty much a bad experience. And so at that point, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go back to school. I wanna get my MBA because I want to go up in ranking and maybe get a director or an executive position at a corporate company. So I applied to Biola University, which is a Christian school out here. I got accepted to the MBA program and I started, I believe it was like July of 2014. Again, the reason that I went back to get my MBA was because I figured, oh, you know, I'm gonna have my master's and that's gonna automatically put me up higher in ranking when I apply to these corporate jobs that will allow me to make 6 figures and blah, 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 blah. Now, I had known Brian for a very long time, even before he got into real estate. I've known him since about 2012, and I saw the success that he was having in real estate. So as I was in this office where I hated the cubicle life, and also on my MBA program, I started to kind of think about real estate. And long story short, after my project was done there at this huge nutrition company, I went to do another 3-month project for a company that does all the advertising for the Latin market of this particular automotive brand. And it was in December of 2014 that I really decided, you know what, I want to give a real estate a shot. So I called up Brian and I told him, you know what, I'm gonna go into real estate. What do I need to do? And of course, you know, he gets this all the time from people that tell him, oh, you know, I want to get into real estate. So he told me, you have to get your certification courses. You can come and shadow me and see if it's something that you would like. And the rest is history. I got my license in June of 2015, and I've been in the business since. That kind of summarized for you guys what I used to do before. But as you saw, you know, I went to college thinking I'm gonna be a sociology major because I want to help people. I was an introvert, I was shy, later got into marketing, which was really what took me out of my shell and be able to talk to strangers. And I'm so grateful for all of the opportunities that I've been giving throughout my whole career and everything that I've done, because it has prepared me to now. You know, I don't have a problem talking to strangers. Here I am making videos on YouTube where millions of people can just go in, put in my name, and I pop up, which is crazy. If back then in 2006, which is when I graduated high school, people would have asked me, oh, where do you see yourself in 2017? Never in a million years would I have told you that I'd be doing real estate, that I'd have my Audi A7 that I absolutely loved and was my dream car, and that I would be doing YouTube videos every single week and have a large social media following. I don't even know what to say, because that would have never crossed my mind. So the whole point of this video that I want to make is that no matter what industry you are in now, I'm sure that you were able to relate to a few of the things that I mentioned in my experience working in the corporate world and just not having that stable job, or maybe surrounding yourself with a good environment. Just know that even if you're shy or an introvert or you don't like to speak, it doesn't mean that that's how you're going to be for the rest of your life. And it wasn't until I got into real estate that I knew that I really had to step my game up and think outside of the box and come out of my shell even more. In this business, you have to have thick skin, because if you don't, you're going to be easily affected emotionally and people are going to bring you down. And you know what? There are so many other jobs that I have had that I didn't mention in this video, such as interning for a movie promotions company. I also interned for a record label. I interned for the biggest utility provider out here in Southern California. I mean, the list is endless, to the point that I still every single day get messages from recruiters pitching to me different positions for corporations. And you know what? I love being in real estate. I wouldn't switch it or change it. So that's it for this video. I know it was pretty long, so if you're still watching, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next one.